Hello, friends, and welcome back to Back in Time. Friends, this is a story that became quite famous on the internet. This story was shared by a person named Carlos Jara. This person claimed that his grandmother was a sorceress who had imprisoned 22 genies in her house. No one knows where Carlos is from. Nevertheless, this story began in 1993 when Carlos was 12 years old. Every week he used to stay at his grandmother's house for a day. His grandmother used to live alone in her house. Her house was quite large, and it had many strange books as well. Carlos often saw his grandmother reading these books. What is the real truth, friends? One night he was sleeping at his grandmother's house. Around 2 o'clock in the night, his eyes suddenly opened. This boy got out of his room to go to the bathroom. Friends, at that moment, the whole house was immersed in darkness. This bathroom was just a few steps away from his room. When he started hearing strange noises, according to him, he was hearing the sound of a chair shaking coming from a room. After a while, he started hearing the sounds of the doorknob of that same room opening and closing. Due to these noises, he became scared and fled, hiding in the bathroom room. The next morning, he told his entire story to his grandmother. However, the old lady started laughing at her grandson's claim, saying that it's just his imagination. No, my friends, as time passed, along with it, many incidents continued to happen in this house, like one time and some of his cousins were present in this house. All of them together started playing hide-and-seek in this house. Carlos had his eyes blindfolded and he was searching for all of them. Suddenly, he started smelling a foul odor coming from somewhere. While sniffing that odor, he reached the bathroom of the second floor of the house. As soon as he removed the curtain of the bathroom, someone grabbed him from behind. The boy started trembling with fear. Friends, he saw that his trousers had claw marks. Carlos, in the same fear, ran downstairs where his family members were sitting. He told them about the terrifying incident that had happened to him. Everyone started making fun of him because his trousers, it was completely clean, there wasn't any mark on it. This boy began to wonder deeply what was happening to him. Friends, once while he was having tea in the same house, Carlos noticed something in his teacup. A strange and frightening figure appeared. Well, Carlos wrote in his story that when he was 70 years old, another incident like this occurred to him, from which he hasn't been able to forget till today. On that day as well, he was sleeping at his grandmother's house. He felt that there were someone else's feet in his bed. This boy immediately got out of his bed, but as soon as he removed the blanket, there was no one inside. It scared him so much that he stopped spending the night at his grandmother's house. This boy used to go to that house only occasionally. Well, time passed, and now Carlos was 19 years old, and his grandmother had passed away. His grandmother had named her house after Carlos in her will. So, Carlos had become the owner of this house. The condition of the house was quite bad. Therefore, Carlos decided to sell it. He hired some laborers to work on the repair of the house. One day, a worker accidentally broke a wooden floorboard in the house. It was then that Carlos noticed an old chest underneath this broken floorboard. Friends, there were some belongings in this chest. Carlos took the chest to his home where his mother was also present. From this chest, he found numerous photographs and some letters. When Carlos saw these photographs, he realized his mind was blown. Friends. These were photographs from his grandmother's house, showing strange and bizarre figures. Carlos was truly astonished when he started reading those letters. Friends, in these letters, his grandmother had described. She had written several things about genies. His grandmother had written that she had imprisoned 22 genies in her house. In these letters, this woman had mentioned the names of these 22 genies and their traits as well. He couldn't comprehend who his grandmother really was. Seeing Carlos distressed, his mother revealed something shocking. Carlos's mother told him that his grandmother was, in fact, a sorceress. She explained that his grandmother had magical powers, and, according to her, when she was very young, some people along with her mother used to perform satanic rituals in that house. These people would light candles in every room and read the books that were present at her grandmother's house, which contained dark knowledge. Upon hearing these things, Carlos was amazed. He now began to realize that in his childhood, he had encountered the presence of those genies. Friends, Carlos was unsure how much truth there was in this story. Only God knows. Nevertheless, This story hits close to home. Friends, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next amazing video. Take care and goodbye.